Hey guys, it's Catherine with the Homestead Guru. I'm on a walk in the forest, as you can see. My favorite place to be other than the ocean. Many of you know that 4.5 years ago I was bit by a brown recluse and I had a really hard time surviving that experience. And it turned into a blessing, an opportunity to really detox my life and take assessment of all the different areas of my life and what wasn't working and what was. I think right now in 2020, we're collectively going through a similar experience. We're facing a toxin, an illness, a sickness. We're being forced to sit still. Well, some of us are anyway, and really assess our lives. I hear people saying that this year has just not been a good year, and I would like to invite you to take the blessing of 2020 as an opportunity to really work on yourself, to figure out what is going well, what's not going well, and start getting yourself into alignment with your higher purpose, your highest goals. I spent several years putting together a program called the Whole Life Detox Program. And this was designed to take people through the process that I went through to reclaim my life and to reclaim my sovereignty. And really, as I discovered through the process, I hadn't ever claimed my sovereignty before. All of that anger I had as a political activist, many of you, you know how I was back then, 12 years ago, 11 years ago, 10 years ago. I was angry and I was loud. I was confrontational. I was vitriolic. And I think that is something that we're experiencing as well in 2020. There's a lot of anger about the status quo. And we're moving into the election and people are picking sides and they're feeling very passionate about the side that they have picked. And I want to remind you that the only thing you have control over is yourself and your own life. Nobody has authority over you unless you give them that authority. So if you're wanting to go through a similar experience to the one I went through, of really assessing your life and taking ownership, I would like to invite you to check out my new program, the Whole Life Detox. The website is thedetox.guru. It forwards to a Homestead Guru URL where you can purchase it. I did a soft launch of this several weeks ago, and I had some technical issues. I'm not really the most technically savvy person on the planet, but the dogs are running around. I don't know if you can hear them. But I got some help from my dear friend Lily. She helped me get it set up, and it's available for purchase online on the Homestead Guru store. And this is something that's really near and dear to my heart. I feel very passionately about helping people assess their lives, about helping people figure out what is and isn't working. This is a self-guided program that you can take yourself through. There's no pressure, there's no time frame. But if you really do follow the program, you can create a whole new life in 1 year or less. Super cool. It's what I did for myself. And for those of you who've been following my journey, you've seen me completely recreate myself. I mean, literally, I am an entirely different person now than I used to be. I feel more centered. I feel more grounded. I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. I'm living the life of my dreams. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I'm living the life of my dreams. I have found an intentional community. I have found joy in my heart. I became a yoga teacher. I found healing, true healing. And that took a lot of work, and it took a lot of time and a lot of energy, and it took a commitment. I was bit by the brown recluse in 2016, February 2016. And I was really focused on the physical detox of getting the venom out of my system. But as I went through that process, I began to realize that there were so many areas of my life that were full of toxicity that I needed to address in order to be a healthy person. So I began to look at my financial situation. How was I earning money? Was it in alignment with my ethics? Was I happy with the way I was earning resources? I began to look at my relationships. I began to look at the state of my home. And I began to change things. And really, this process began for me in 2017 when I made a commitment to myself to no longer suffer. I mean, suffering, okay, it's a human experience. We all go through it, right? But I was chronically suffering. I was in victim mode. I felt like everyone was out to get me. And I made a commitment to myself that I was going to change my life. And I did. And it's been a beautiful process. It's been a beautiful experience. And I feel so blessed, even for the darkness, even for the hard things, even for the things I thought were going to kill me. They didn't. I survived and now I'm thriving. And I'm just watching all of this vitriol online, and the old me would be up in the middle of it, right? I do sometimes message people when I see them expressing extremely dogmatic point of views and offer a different perspective. But ultimately, what I wanted to share today was that you have autonomy over your body and you get to decide what kind of life you're going to live, no matter the external circumstance. So if you're interested in going through that program, it's available online for $100 at www.thedetox.guru. I've also been going through a certification program this year to be able to work with people one-on-one. And if you are interested in coming on as one of my clients, send me a message. Message me on Instagram, Facebook. You can send me an email at thehomesteadguru@gmail.com, and I would love to connect. I'd love to walk with you on your journey. I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm a student. I'm learning, but we can learn together. And I can teach you the things that have worked for me, and the things that didn't work, because I've tried a lot, that's for sure. Anyway, if it's of interest to you, if you want to check out the program, self-guided program, there's 6 informational videos that I think are really useful. There is a 77-page workbook that you can go through, answer questions, really create a plan and a strategy for your new life, some accountability checklists, some timelines. There's access to a private Telegram group. And we have some exclusive discounts and deals on some products that are good for your body, which is hard to find these days. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you, as always, for being a part of our Homestead Guru community, for following me on Instagram and being a part of my life, witnessing my journey. I am so grateful. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope to hear from you soon.